Hello, everybody out there. How are you doing? I hope you are doing okay. From whichever part of the world you are watching this video from, I hope you are doing okay. It's a new year, and many people have new experiences already. A lot of people have started new things, have started new businesses, have started new life with other people. Some people have married. So many things are happening right now in 2023. Also, I apologize to my subscribers. I've not really been that consistent in uploading my videos due to my schedule is usually busy these days. But I will try as much as possible to be releasing videos more frequently this time around. So, in this particular video, I'll be talking about 4 things a woman should avoid during early pregnancy. Now, in some part of the world, it's women are being given this awareness, like there's public awareness everywhere. So sometimes women don't really get to miss start of this certain informations or these certain tips about pregnancy. But then not everybody, right? You go to some areas of the part of the world, like maybe African countries or maybe in other countries who do not have advanced technology to that extent. Some of these countries don't usually have that awareness. So, or women who are far from or do not have access to this particular information, they do certain things and they think it's normal, probably, and then so many things complicate the pregnancy after birth. So, my name is Dr. Lubem. I make videos based on health. I also give medical advice on certain topics and related issues. So, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, hit the like button and also share this video to anybody else who is pregnant or anybody, a relative or a family member or anybody you know that this video might be of help. So, let's get into the video. Now, from the opening scene, I said early pregnancy. There was a reason for that. So, in pregnancy, there is first trimester, there's second trimester, and there's third trimester. So, each of these trimesters, there are certain habits or certain lifestyles a woman can indulge herself in during pregnancy, per se, that might not really harm the baby. Like, let's say in her third trimester, some of the things that would have harmed the baby if she did it in the fourth trimester might not really be of a massive effect or a complication to the baby. So when I say early pregnancy, I could be talking about first month or second month or third one. But in this video, for the purpose of knowledge, I'll be referring to first, second, third, fourth week of gestation or pregnancy. These are very crucial weeks, most especially when you from second to third week, right, to fourth week, fifth week, sixth week, seventh week. Yeah, that's also a very delicate, to the point in a woman's pregnancy. The reason being that these are the weeks where the embryo or the zygote. Now, remember, the sperm has fertilized the egg, so it has become a zygote. And this zygote will begin to form, begin to differentiate. Proteins will begin to be formed. It will start signaling DNA transcription, DNA replication for organs and tissues and everything else to be formed like a normal human being. So, if there is anything that could alter this particular development, it will affect the baby. Maybe the baby will come out with so many birth defects. So you don't want that. So in the early pregnancy, the first thing a woman should avoid is alcohol. So it could be that you love drinking alcohol. I'm not against that if you take it moderately, but you should know when. So during the early pregnancy, there's a communication between the baby throughout the intrauterine life. That's when the fetus or the baby is still within the mother's womb. There's a connection between the baby and the mother through the placenta. So there's exchange of gases, nutrients between this channel. So anything that has the possibility of crossing this channel into the baby, if it is a toxin, is going to harm the baby. If it is something good, it's going to be of advantage to the baby as well. So alcohol has a very, very high, affinity, or has a very high possibility of transporting across the placenta. So alcohol has the ability to cross through the placenta. It also has the ability to cross through the brain. That's why when someone drinks alcohol, you feel these neurological symptoms like dizziness, and all of stuff because it can cross through the brain, the brain barrier. So now alcohol, when it crosses through the placenta, the early stage of pregnancy, it alters the mutation or the differentiation or the cell division of the embryo, and this could lead to, you know, birth defect. The second one is caffeine. Now, in the Western world, a lot of people depend on caffeine, like coffee, right? It has caffeine because of that type of work, and they need that for long hours, working. So maybe they might indulge in caffeine or taking caffeine a lot, or they might enjoy it. Some people just enjoy coffee and they enjoy caffeine. So when it comes to pregnancy, even if you are the type that loves caffeine, you have to give it a break during the early pregnancy. Remember what I said about placenta, anything that has the ability to cross through the placenta. So when it goes into the placenta to affect the baby, it might affect most especially the neurological side of the baby. So the baby might come out with some birth defect. And you don't want that. The second one is the chemical, the drug that's being modernized. We call it thalidomide. So thalidomide in the 90s was used to give pregnant. It was given to pregnant women quite widely in the 90s to aid in sedation, pain, and all of that. But they noticed that the children that were born at that period came out with a lot of birth defects. At first, scientists could not really detect where the problem was coming from, or clinicians or medical personnel could not really detect the problem until after a vigorous research and a thorough research, they noticed that it was because of the effect of thalidomide. So thalidomide can cross through the placenta of the mother and cause so many birth defects. Some of them, like spinal bifida, cerebral palsy too, can affect the baby. You don't want that. Like there's some drugs like cocaine, hard drugs like cocaine, opioids, and the rest. You know them. As a pregnant woman, the early pregnancy, you should avoid those drugs or those hard drugs till maybe you've put to bed. But on your own, you shouldn't abuse them, most especially when you are pregnant. The fourth one is commonly unripe fruit. Now, this is directed mostly to African countries, right? So most women, because they love fruits, I personally I love fruit. So I won't say it's only women that love fruit. Everybody loves fruit. I love fruit. So, but as a pregnant woman, the early pregnancy should avoid unripe fruit. Unripe fruit has a tendency of producing so many toxins. You might take it, but you might not really feel the effect. But down there or within the uterus and the placenta and the baby, it's causing a massive effect, and you don't want that. So I might not really go deep into explaining some of examples of birth defect because that's a whole lot topic. If I want to talk about birth defect, it's going to be a very long video. So I just wanted to make this short as much as possible. So I might not go into birth defects. Maybe, probably, I might make a video on that. But for now, you should know that you should stay away from unripe fruit. So if you know a pregnant woman who loves fruit and you want to give her fruit, it's good for you to give her fruit. But make sure those fruits are not unripe, because unripe fruits are very, very unhealthy for a pregnant woman at the early stage. Maybe in her third trimester, it might not really be of harm, right? But in the early pregnancy, you should try as much as possible not to give a woman unripe fruit. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share to your relatives, everybody, or anybody else who you know, or anybody else who you know this video might be of help to.